sisterhood. Happy New Year! You're not seeing double, triple, or quadruple. We're all here in studio for the very first time. I have my beautiful sisters. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Happy New Year, everyone. We are so happy to be back with our sisterhood. We were on hiatus for the holiday season, but we are back all in studio with my beautiful sisters. We have Colleen, Chanelli, I'm Shimmy, and Svetlana. Just in case you don't know who we are childhood best friends turned sisters. On this episode, we want to reflect on 2022 and just discuss with you what we're thankful for, and we want to know what you're thankful for. So let's start off, ladies. What are you thankful for 2022? And what lessons are you taking in 2023?
For me, it's definitely family, friends. Yeah, I give birth to a beautiful and handsome big boy. Happy year. And see, it's been a blessing to all of us. Yes, he has renewed my hope, and I have a love for journalism and a love for family and friends, and I feel like he has bring that sort of renewal to my life.
I love that. That is beautiful. And he's been a blessing to all of us, I must say. What about you, Chanelli?
I'm thankful for new beginnings. I'm thankful for family. I'm definitely thankful for friends. I'm thankful for that I can have supportive people around me, if nothing else, because I feel like without the support, I would not have been able to, make the bold step that I did. So I am very, very thankful for the good people that I have around. Thank you guys for being there. I must say that I really appreciate it all.
We love you. What about you, Colleen?
Right. I am thankful for family, mother. I am thankful for my friends, and I'm going to take this opportunity to point out my friends individually because I want to give them their credit. And so I am thankful to Svetlana. You sure? You want with it?
Tell us why.
I am thankful for Svetlana for always protecting me. Not worse.
She does.
As we were coming on our trip to celebrate the Thor Sister Shamisa, I got a secondary search. And so Svetlana was, excuse me, why is she getting a secondary cert? What is a secondary cert? And I was like, no. There's nothing to worry about. She'll be fine. And, when I was coming on the plane, I had to check in my bag. So she was like, come in, why you got it? And, and then when I went to do my documents, and the guy asked me to see where I have in my Svetlana was like, Colleen, you're okay. So she was ringing. And so Svetlana's always been the one to come to our defense. She protects us, not fist fights.
I can't but you would if you needed to.
But she stands in the gap and she represents and defend her friends verbally. I am thankful to Shamisa, who has played a major role in my life, also in the lives of sisters. Everyone here can attest to that. She has been a great, excellent friend. She makes things happen.
True.
And if she...
Everybody
and us sitting here
Because
is as a result of Shamisa. And so this is what she has always wanted, us to be together, because we know that Shamisa lives abroad. And we are in the Caribbean, or we're in Ghana. So she always wanted us to be together you know, how it used to be school days and so forth. And so she would have accomplished this for her birthday. And as you can see, she's very happy.
Very.
It's her birthday and I got a treat. That's how great she is.
Right? So she's also a powerhouse for her friends. She protects her space and she protects her friends and she fights for us. You know, we had a little fallout prior to me coming here and she ensured.
I'm about tired of y'all mentioning me in your fallouts, just so you know, because they fall out with each other more than they fall out with me. But okay.
She was ensured, she said, yo, we are fixing. So, you know, I'm happy that we did.
She speaks her mind.
I am happy that she did, and thank you for their support. And I do hope that I receive more support in 2020. I'll take it on financial.
But you know, for a love language.
I am thankful for Miss Johnson, Kibali. She is the, what must I say of the group? I think since Shanette came, everybody cried. Not crying tears, but crying
With laughter.
With
She's
laughter.
the joy.
The life one.
Yeah, she's the joy of us. Yeah.
She brings joy to the friendship.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom. Yes, words of wisdom. She's
Calmness.
definitely, you cannot be sad when you're around Shanelle. So she brings that welcoming spirit, that calm spirit. She brings that love and the swearhouse. And then, I don't know if she fights. No, she's a strong one, but she is a strong one.
I just fight.
I think now,
But
I think now, she's toughen up, but she's always the one to, you know, make peace. She's a peacemaker. So thank you for such qualities. I am grateful for my friends and grateful for my mom and grateful for my aunt. My cousins, I am grateful for my sister's mom, Missy Badney, Shanice's mom, Aunt Granny, and Debbie, Yanni, I am grateful. Karen, I am grateful for our mothers. They are very supportive of us throughout our journey. And educationally, socially, our friendship, they have always supported us. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for your prayers. Yeah. And we need it going into 2023. What else am I thankful for? I'm thankful for life.
yeah.
I'm thankful for relationships. I am thankful for failures. I am thankful for change and opportunities. I am thankful that I am getting to move ahead and I'm seeing growth and development within my circle and around me. And I am thankful.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Thank you.
Gosh. Chanel, did you say you spoke?
It was so short.
I guess this Colleen. I was waiting for you to come in and be like, oh, Shimmy or Colleen, thankful for you. Sorry, sis. Sorry. I'm grateful for all the things that money cannot buy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm very thankful for the money I've received in 2022. My financial blessings, I'm grateful. But I am more thankful for my sisters. My family and my friends are my heart and my soul. If you know me, you know it's something I really, really cherish, because what's the point of gaining everything else if you don't have people who you love to share it with? And I can't thank you guys enough. I told my sisters I wanted them here for my birthday. They could have said to me, no, because my birthday is the day before Christmas, right? And they have families. But they got on a plane and they came to celebrate me. And that's not something you find every day. So I am beyond thankful for this. And my friend Travis and Tammy, I love you guys. He's not here with us during the holiday season, so I just wanted to give him a shout out. my fiance, the absolute love of my life. These are things that I'm so thankful for. My mom, she's my rock. And who am I missing? My cousin Yushana, my aunt Eustace, and all those people. I am beyond grateful. So I'm really just thankful for friends and family, truly. And that's it. And money.
Yeah, that's what we're
So what are we taking with us in 2023?
I was going to give a special shout out to her very special sister, Latoya.
Oh,
She loved
yeah.
us. But she has been very supportive. Like each and every one of you, very, very supportive towards me and towards all the others. And so I know she's looking at the show. So Happy New Year, Latoya.
Yes. Shout out to Bundle of Joy or
Yeah. And so, yeah, you were talking about years. She shouldn't have out. Yeah, but, she's been very, very, supportive of the show as well, because all that she thought here, she would tell me about, she wanted the show, she liked the show.
we should go differently.
Yeah.
Or, good critique is good.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we just want to hear from our sisterhood what you guys are thankful for. What are you ladies taking in 2023 with you? Any lessons?
Money.
Okay, more money, yes. We pray.
I'm taking the same set of people I've had with me for many years.
Yeah, are you cutting anyone off?
I haven't had recently. So, they've been such great friends.
on it.
It's sure. No, I might. No, I have nobody to cut off. I think who I cut off or who cut me off within 2021 or so. No.
Shanice already cut it off. Anyone?
No, absolutely not. I don't roll that way because I'm only around people that
Yeah.
I love and trust. So at this big age, I don't have anyone to cut off. I have a solid circle, and I'm grateful for that.
Married.
So now it took years. You cut it off. I've been cut off people.
You've cut off, boss.
Are you taking me? I didn't mean to use a scissors. I was fun to start it out. But now that the whole pack has simmered down, the most important people are left. So no, I don't have any need to cut off like right now. Who I needed to, I did. Thank God. No offense or anything, but keep it pushing. Moving professionally and swiftly. But I'm taking peace of mind.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good one.
Peace of mind.
That's a great
Like,
one.
I refuse to allow things and people and situations to stress me out because, Lord knows, I used to be an overthinker. It was never good. So I have just purposed in my heart that if this is going to bring me distress, if it's going to bring me headache, if it's going to bring me depression, cut it out. It shall be left in 2023. I'm not the one to make New Year's resolution, but I have come to the conclusion that family, friends, and peace of mind is all I need. With God and with God.
Yeah.
God's grace, God good health and strength, and a good job to make the money, and so I can get the sap.
And you can shop for me.
What is the sap?
What is the sap?
The sap is the money.
Okay.
I know everything sap. You want? You're already irritated. Yeah, you're already irritated.
Sorry. Did you know that? Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Now.
so yeah, I am. That's all I think I need for survival. Sometimes you don't even need money, but when you have good people around you, you know, like make things happen.
I just feel I feel like I'm fairly in there right now.
Same. We're claiming it.
Listen, when I come to this mansion, let me tell you, I get hotel treatment whenever. I don't need to go stay at the Hilton. I don't need to go stay at
It's
where
so
would
true.
you like to go? Atlantic City.
Yes,
I don't need
we
to go
do
there.
love there,
I
yeah.
came. I got my package with my my personal stuff inside a nice little bag. And let me tell y'all something. Not a regular toothbrush. A straight toothbrush.
Yeah. Listen, I have nothing to complain about. But even before I got here, I got a video showing my clothes for each and every day.
Already aligned in the
Yeah.
closet and pressed.
press. Yeah, and like, I just had to show up. I know. We didn't ruin service. Yeah, that was how good we are. And you know, we must say thank you
Very much.
Thank you. This was a long in the making. Oh my God.
How about this all the time?
We were planning trips since we were in high school. Even though my friend living in the States since she was in high school.
But that's one thing about her. She would make things that come, yeah, manifest
A reality.
A
She didn't only dream it. She made it happen.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I am very thankful, very comfortable. And one thing I must say about Shamisa is not only that she's the, you know, she's the giver or she's the one that keeps us together. Even though her name might be calling a lot, right? She's always the one to, like, if you want somebody to get around, trust me, Shamisa will call you. Even if it's you and she. She'll meet a couple of days, but trust me, she will call you. And say, well, you know, this is what happened, you should put things behind, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But I feel like she's the knit to the friendship.
Yeah.
If it was up to me,
You're not lying.
trust me, it would have been like, every year already, I'm going to come around bad. We never go to the company. They come below it. It's true. But no, she works at it. She keeps at it. And that's what keeps this friendship going. Like, we all have our role.
We do.
We all have our specific duty in the friendship. Nobody tries to outshine or overpower the other one.
You know,
We know our place in this life.
Yeah.
That's right. You gotta know your place in this life. Don't give yourself extra work trying to be who you're not.
yeah.
Dream big, but go after your dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
You were talking about resolution. Oh yeah, I'm not the type to make resolution. Well, let me not say that. Back in the days,
Yeah.
I used to have a book.
Yeah.
And this list used to be so long of all the things I plan to do for the new year, blah, blah, blah. By the time the 5th of January reached, I can't find the book. Then I might remember one and two of the things in the book and, you know, try to accomplish it. But I wouldn't despise anybody who sets it. But I feel like certain things should happen organically.
Yeah.
And it should come naturally. I'm not saying you shouldn't have goals. I'm not saying that you shouldn't set barriers for yourself to break through and stuff like that. But with the New Year's resolution, sometimes we're a little too unrealistic with setting them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you feel like, and then what happens? You set yourself up for disappointment because when the end of the year comes and you don't accomplish these things, you're counting your blessings based on what you didn't accomplish.
Yeah.
And so you're less thankful than if you just say, you know what? I am safe. I am healthy. I made it to the end of the year. I'm grateful that I came thus far and all these things. And then you're more thankful then because even though you hadn't a plan, God took you exactly where He wanted you to be. And a lot of times we plan the resolution without consulting with God what He has in store for us for that year. So this is us on a path to wherever we're going, and sometimes it is definitely not where we should be. Nor
For me, I don't set goals. And, you know, we all grew up in church. I still find time for God. I still go to church with my mother. Sometimes I travel all the way to London just to be in the presence of the Lord. So for me, what I do, I set fees. So, and it doesn't come to me like, oh, on the 1st of January or at the end of the 31st of December. It comes like in the middle of January or closer to my birthday, which is the 6th of February. And so I allow whatever theme it is to guide and trust in God that whatever He wants to happen for me will happen. And so, for example, in 2022, it was a year of restoration because I felt like whatever happened from 2020 to 2021, you know, we had a pandemic and then for Guyana we had a big election and things shifted for me. And so for me, like, I felt as though I was losing focus and I needed to restore that which God would have given to me. And, you know, I was taking the year, you know, I got pregnant, so the focus was on baby. And then after I got pregnant and I got Javier, you know, things just fell in place. You know, I got so many opportunities. I feel as though I've been able, though, you know, it came to the end,
I've been able to
Right.
purpose, reposition myself, and really restore who, and still it's a continuous process.
New meaning.
Yeah,
like,
purpose.
going
Yeah.
on.
And life is not static. So sometimes
Right.
you're like, oh, you arrived. No. Sometimes God allows certain things to happen to you. It shake you up. You know?
Because we get clever though.
Yeah.
Right.
So for me, I don't want to set like, oh, I want to achieve X, Y, and Z. But I want to be able to be guided by this theme that will bless my life and bless the life of
Alice is not a team that you would just pull from meeting. No, it's something that you like. You know when it's there, when it's
Yeah.
that particular line or
Yeah.
that particular word or that particular push.
Yeah.
So you know this is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
To focus on for the year or whatever. And I was saying sometimes we disappoint ourselves in trying to chase like all of these made up dreams that we have without even acknowledging the path that we're taking to get there already, the journey,
Yeah.
the struggles. We should count our struggles as blessings.
Yeah. Because you learn a lot from it.
Yeah, we should count, our disappointments because there is always something to learn out of it. You might not even see it at the time it's happening because at that time you're so clustered. You say, oh, why is this happening to me? Blah, blah, blah. But then at the end of it all, you're like, oh, see, you've actually smart parts.
Right. It should be what about you? Do you set goals or resolution? Do you see the need to wait until the end of the year to like repurpose?
No, I've never been the beginning of the new year, new me type of person. It's always been daily for me. So like every day, every new day that I wake up is a new year for me.
And you
A new opportunity to accomplish something. I do set goals because I need that for myself.
Yeah.
It's like it's a what's the word? It's like a guidance for me, so I know which direction I'm going in. So I just know for 2023 not to be so hard on myself and to just accept where I am and where I've came from, because sometimes I beat myself up based off of my struggles. Yeah. So 2023, that is my main focus, to not beat myself up so much and to reconnect with God. And I constantly have to remind myself that He's the same God that took me through 10 years of craziness. My entire 20s was rough. If you know, you know, whatever, I don't care. And I just have to keep reminding myself that He is the same God then and now. So I just want to reconnect with Him and rebuild my relationship with God in 2023. Or now, actually, from today, tomorrow, yeah. So that is my main focus.
So before Kalibo, I want us to think about this one question. What is something that we want to change in the friendship going to 2023?
Oh, that's really good, Chanelli.
Like we should already think about, maybe we have done something that definitely did cause some sort of conflict, some sort of rift among us. What is one thing that, we can do differently to see a different results? Yes, colleague, tell us about your resolution.
All right. So, I do not, and Chanelli would have mentioned, but then I think everyone had a resolution book. You used to go and pick up a journal and you go to the store. It was a little couch and they were top, or sometimes you would cut the exercise book in half, and that would be a little book and you write to something. And as Nels mentioned, it was a culture. And so it was a belief that you were supposed to have this book with this pen. And at the end or the last day of the year, going into the new year, you sit and you write everything that you want to do and this and that and that. And so even in churches, we see persons go to church all year's night, and then it breaks when 12 o'clock reaches, everybody outside the church and the big scrib and everybody going on. And you don't see them back in church for the entire year because it's a tradition.
You feel like you will get the blessings if the year breathes.
Right. Correct. So, for me, back then, I had a book where I used to write my resolutions in. But as I get older, Shanice and Rana would have mentioned, I don't have resolutions. Primarily, it's a daily thing, and I think when you start to grow and you start to develop mentally and so forth, holistically, you recognize that you don't have to wait until a specified time then to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I intend to do. I'm going to set my themes now. I'm going to set my goals now. But it should be something that you're working on daily. Yeah. Life isn't waiting on anyone. Time is not standing still waiting for him to make a decision at the end of 365 days. But this is something that can happen continuously too, because time is changing. Things are happening. So what are you doing instead of waiting at the end? So, that is something I would have inculcated in my life. It's a daily process for me. So I have goals. I do set goals. What is it I want to accomplish? I do set a timeline when I want to accomplish it, and I try my best to work towards those goals to accomplish my development. So I have goals.
I just want to say it too, and it's okay to start them.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's hard. Sorry, Nels. It's hard. It's difficult, and all of us here tend to test. We're not, and most times when we come on our shows, we would say to you that we're not perfect. If, as Rhonda would have mentioned, if it's something that we would have shown you people, then sorry, but we don't have perfect lives. And so we have made lots and lots and lots of mistakes. And we have started over several times in relationships, work, we have started over in our friendship, we have started over. And so we had to relearn each other on that. We had to start it. So it's okay. It's okay to start over. Chanel can attest. It is okay for
We all can.
from scratch. Yeah.
Nothing is wrong to you. You're not failing.
Nope.
No. You're not, you're not lost. You're not a failure. You are okay.
And your time is your time.
Yeah. We all cannot shine at the same time.
Yeah.
What I was about to say too,
Even though we are shining now.
what I was about to say is that even though you may have a goal and you have it in mind that this is what you want to accomplish, if it don't go according to that, don't get too frantic.
Yeah.
That's perfectly normal. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't, feel like it's the end of the road or anything. You're still on track.
Yeah.
And whether you believe it or not, you're closer to the finish than you are to the start.
Yeah.
And so,
Did you asked the question, what would we like to change in our friendship for the new year?
yeah.
I know for myself, what I would like to change personally is not to really speak when I'm angry. Because, yeah, I find that if I have a disagreement with one of my sisters, I tend to say the first thing that comes to mind, and it's usually something along the lines of, oh, okay, well, I don't want to be your friend anymore, bye. Something like that. And it's hurtful, and yes, it's immature. So I want to change that about myself as I continue to grow. I want to change the way Colleen and I communicate. I want us to communicate better, more effectively, because I feel like, yes, we are the closest, but we do bump heads a lot. So I want to, I guess, take more time and more patience in our relationship with each other. So that's something I want to work on. Chanel, with you, I feel like we do have really good communication skills, but I do want to improve the frequency of it. I would like more of it. I would love more of it, because I do believe understanding is the key to a true compassion. And in order for me to continue to understand and grow within my sisterhood, communication is key. And Svetlana, I want to see more of you as well.
They were moving into, not toward me and my bundle of toys, both of them. And you know we can't leave behind.
Well, of course, your package deal. We've already accepted that. So I just want to continue to love on my sisters while I still have them here with me on Earth. Yeah.
Well said, Shamisa. What about you, Lana?
For me, you know, I'm like Mortimer, so sometimes I tend to cross boundaries. You know, like, you know, sometimes I come across a bit harsh.
And take your trouble and then hide.
Yeah. You know, I would say I'm not a bit carnal, so yeah, I try not to do that, you know, going forward. You know, I'll stay and fight one battle. Yeah. So for me, yeah, I want to be able to, I think it's something that I started quite some time ago, but it is a lot of work for me to work on, like to respect people's position and certain things, you know, the way they choose to do, live their life. And, you know, so I don't want to like encroach on people. While we're very good friends, I want to be able to respect boundaries and to celebrate each and every, well, you know, I'm little celebrations. So I want to be able to do that more.
So, yeah.
And so, like Shamisa said, you know, confront the issue as they come and not run in the car now and say, you know, I'm in my car now. Like Shamisa said, for Chanelly, I know Chanelly could be a very busy woman. But, you know, I like Chanelly's company, you know, she's good company in Live Wire. So, yeah, I would like to hear more from her. You know, sometimes she's busy, she doesn't take her conference calls. Yeah.
She not taking the conference call. The way you text me a conference call.
Yeah, so that would be good if we could communicate a bit more. Well, you know, Colleen and her mouth. But I'm learning, and you know, I try to understand Colleen a bit more. Like, you know, she's this feisty
Yeah.
person. So, you know, and you have to learn people and understand them, but not always ready to jump to respond, you know, because sometimes Colleen, you gotta read her mood sometime, and I'm learning to, instead of respond, because back in the days I would respond and cause a whole chaos. I try not to respond every time somebody said something, but, you know, I must respond in a particular way. For what should be, you know, you and I are like twins, so, you know, sometimes we disagree and then we sort ourselves out, so maybe less disagreement. But we haven't had it. Yeah, so we had one, yeah, and so we haven't had any yet, and then go. So yeah, like she decided I hope to see her more. She could send for me to oh my you know, she said no, it was in the past. I would call her and said, so, you know, I'm coming the next day in these 2 days. So yeah, so I love all my friends, and you know, I really cherish the friendship, and like there is no friendship that is perfect, and if we're all agreeing that something is definitely wrong, means that we're sheepish, if that's the correct term. Yeah, so for me, sometimes Lou, you know, this agreement, it's really good because it shows that we have different perspectives. We've grown and blossomed into independent thinkers, and so that what's, you know, some years down the line we'll laugh at, you know, Chanel not able to walk on wheels, and me, complication, you know,
Nancy.
yeah. So for me, that's, you know,
Colleen?
Um,
Well, you are. Yeah, it's, everybody went. Oh, okay.
I wanna learn to have more tolerance.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I might not take the call.
Define sometimes.
Like 99%.
No, that is not true. No, sometimes I'm naturally busy. That's a fact. Sometimes I feel like
We're here
if
for
I
this.
feel like the conversation doesn't really have needs for me, or or what do I say? Okay, I started wrong. Let me start like this. I have a problem with communicating. Yes. I would say this oftentimes. If for me to pick up the phone or to text or somebody, it will take longer than if I am just to respond to something that somebody said. It is not good, and it is something that I'm struggling with for years. But I feel like I'm getting better. Do you think, Shamisa? You're like, getting better. It was worse.
Yeah.
It was worse. When that said, it's sometimes like I just don't feel like. I mean, I'm the type of person, I'm moody. And then sometimes I just want to be in my own little space, especially if something is going on with me. Like, I like to take time to really think about it before I attempt to even say anything to somebody.
Your device is off limit.
Because
That's okay. That's technology for us.
because like I am more of a listener than a talker. I feel like I was born to listen to people than to burden. I feel like when I go say, oh, this is happening, that is happening, like I'm burdening people down with my problems. I know that's not the case, but that's how I feel. Because for the most part, I'm always the one to listen. With my job, my students always come with their problems. I'm there to listen. I spend a lot of time at work, so I'm always listening to them because these young people have a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? So that is it. So I feel like if I have more tolerance, like I would say, okay, I'll take the call. Even if I feel like the conversation didn't need me to go on, I'll still take the call.
We always need you.
Yeah, and somewhere it's serious. So,
Girl talk.
We always need you.
okay, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Chloe.
Oh, yeah. And it's neat.
All right, so
One thing I would change is the way I communicate. I had planned to communicate less and try not to ask too many questions. So forgive me. It's all right. So that's my plan. I think with that strategy, it is still your plan, or that is that is my plan.
oh, okay.
I think with that strategy,
So you will fight me though?
would not. I would not. I would get myself in less problems.
So
So
you think that would be helpful?
yes, I think it would be helpful because it wouldn't be something that it wouldn't be something that is thrown out there. So it would be helpful. It would be helpful. So
How are you feeling right now? No, don't sleep. How are you feeling right now?
I am feeling good. I am good.
She's a bit emotional, and listen, if I said something that made it came off wrong, I apologize. So when I said was the word Teresa?
Feisty.
Feisty. That had been your personality ever since high school. And
But I wasn't talking. No, I wasn't talking about
grave.
you making that statement. More or less, what would have been transpired.
Okay, so
As of recent, you mean?
Right.
oh, just before we came.
Right. So, I don't know. It's probably because of the consecutiveness. I figured, to avoid it, then just don't ask. Just don't ask any questions. Just anything.
I know I promised not to be more than words, but for me, it's like, instead of just trying to avoid an issue without addressing issue doesn't necessarily address the issue, because it may instead cause some tension, because that builds up the Colleen that we know. The Colleen that we know is very
And
vocal.
only that, you are pulling away
Yeah.
when our plan really should be to draw closer.
Yeah.
So, what I think you should do though, what I think will be helpful, is if you right there and then say, I don't appreciate your response when I ask a question. Like, everybody else can ask questions, but when I ask one, this is your response. There's nothing like a stupid question. So I feel like if we address problems right there and then, not with a bickering, but just respectfully, I didn't really appreciate that. Or could you not do this because it gets me angry? Or, just take some time to process it and then say exactly how you feel. Stop people in their tracks. Stop me in my tracks.
Or for like Shamisa say, maybe we both work, or all of us work on how we communicate.
Yeah,
Because I think sometimes we crack a lot of jokes, and then sometimes we do not know where the borderline is. And so sometimes, we go over that borderline.
And the show comes across differently too, depending on the mood we're in.
Exactly.
So we have to ascertain what mood the person is in. Maybe they may have had a rough day. Maybe, they're just not about that life right now. So you just have to try to feel your way in the conversation. And I think we don't want tension in the friendship, because that's like walking.
We don't want to quiet Colleen.
Yeah, that quiet Colleen is no good. Because then who will stress us? And I mean that in a good way. If you don't pick up the call, if I don't pick up the call this week, Daddy pick up the call.
Like that's normal.
But if you don't pick up the call, now this conversation boring.
or like more people like that would come.
Yeah, what happened to call? And that is the question. If I happens to be in a conference that you didn't pick up the call, oh my God, I just wonder if it's the same response I just gave and they pick up the call. Oh, what happened to Colleen? Let me try and text she. Let me try and call she back.
Yeah.
Because your presence is felt.
Yeah.
And when you're not there, it is felt even stronger. And we don't want to, our intentions is never to mute you or push you away or, make you feel like you don't belong. I mean, sometimes I know how it feels when you feel like you've outgrown your group or you don't belong anymore. But there is always something that can bring us back.
Yeah.
And I would oftentimes say, in a relationship or a friendship, never lose sight of the things we first fell in love with.
Yeah.
And we fell in love with the Colleen that had us scrape the paint off the wall when you did that at school. We fell in love with the Colleen that fought for us and for herself when we were in school. So how will you be quiet now will shift us out of healthy.
Yeah, and I, like Shamisa rightfully said, I think all of us, each and every one of us, probably would need to work on how we communicate with each other. For example,
I have to work on communicating.
Yes, but you're a special kid. So for me, it's like, how do we communicate? And there are certain things that we would know that would probably agitate Colleen, that would annoy her. Certain things, if you say to me, would offend me.
Tell me.
Right? So I think we should just work, and if we say certain things, like I know certain terms, I should definitely not use with Shamisa because she's not appreciative of those terms. And so it's a process, and although we've known each other for 22 long years, we're still learning because we've grown into like different women, independent ladies. We now have our profession streamlined. We're in different environments, we're being influenced differently, and so, there's going to be a bit of friction. And nothing is wrong with that. And we can't all be the same.
We have to get that time first.
We have to be respectful in our discourse, and we have to be able to express ourselves, and to understand each other. So if I understand how, Colleen is, or if somebody understands me, then they're
I know the one thing that works for me is never to respond immediately.
Yeah.
It always works. And they would oftentimes say, Chanel, ain't gonna just say something right there. And I would take some time, think about it. And then by that time, everybody's calm. And then I would say, oh, you know, this thing, the really thing, whatever. So maybe we could try it sometimes, not to respond immediately. Or not to respond with the same response that we got.
Yeah.
So if you respond to me harshly, then I could say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Rather than saying, oh, well, if you vexed about there's something wrong with you. You know? So we could try doing the opposite, response. And it goes a far way. Because it's like when you're in a relationship where you want to use up your man because you get yourself vexed, put him out. And then when you go and you say, oh, and he stood up and he's saying nothing. You get more upset because you're getting a reason for him to answer so you could find more things to say.
Yeah.
So we could try that in our friendship. And you could try it in your friendship too, because in 2023 we don't know what's ahead of us. But what we do know is that we will need our friends.
That's
support. We need our friends. We need the support. We need the love. I mean, sometimes we may feel like we're not together physically, but in hearts. And this is what I want to say to you. Sometimes you may feel like, I'm pushed away or I'm drawn apart, but you're always in my heart. I mean, I'll always pick up your calls, but, I'm always thinking about you. I'm always talking about you. Colleen, you may feel, Colleen and I, we have the strangest relationship. I just have to say, we have the strangest relationship. Like, sometimes we don't talk at all, unless it's in the group call. That's not good. But, I don't know, we have a lot of work in 2023.
Oh, talk, Mike.
Yeah. Shimmy, you want to say it?
Well, clearly, you see here, folks, we have a lot of work to do. And I hope you appreciate our vulnerability. We thank you for watching. And
Before you wrap up,
Yeah, sure, sorry.
the greeting.
oh yeah, please go right ahead. So
Here.
greetings,
Yeah,
please go
so
right ahead.
I have a lot of circles.
I know. We know.
If I forget anybody, I ask of you to please remind me. So I want to send out greetings first of all to my two best friends, Patricia and Vanessa.
Hey girl, Nancy.
Yes, I also want to say
Chantilly.
Chantilly, she's my very, very good friend. And her family. Okay, and then we have
Bell and his wife.
His wife. You see, I know, right? And then there's Rose, Hillary, and Neven. And Samuel. And Samuel.
Our producer.
Our mom's been doing an excellent job.
Yeah.
Who else am I?
Your husband.
Oh, my husband too. And of course I have to shout out Janique.
Of course.
To give me our baby, yes. And my mother, Deborah Marshall.
Naomi.
My father, Neil.
Yeah.
Well, and forgetting the friends.
And you have a lot.
Ariana.
Yes. Hi, Ariana.
And her family, Nigel, when he's on the watch here.
In-laws.
Yeah, my God. No,
Greetings. Earthly.
What are you doing for your to set up greetings?
Yes, we're calling we know. We know.
I might just say anybody.
No,
We will not hear me. The next episode, we will ensure that she writes a list.
Yeah, I have several friends.
Yeah, so
These are all my friends.
Do you guys want to get rid of anyone before we go?
Well, I could give your
Oh,
no,
my-
it's okay.
What?
Just no. My greetings is very short. The long greetings is from people on.
This is true.
I just want to say shout out to Sweat Bladder. Because, my circle is very small. And there are more my family overseas and my family in Canada. I just want to say Happy New Year. I love you, my student. Oh, my students. Yes. My like call. I don't want to call names. They know themselves. Because there can be problems if I call someone who I call first and I call why I have to call this one second. So no. But yeah, thank you guys again for being there, giving me the listening ear, tolerating my non-communication skills, and everything. What do you want to shout? But I'm going to be Jerry. I want to shout out New Year's greetings to my family. I ain't calling names. I ain't able. My family, my friends, my workmates,
my students, everyone, the entire Guyana. And I just want to say that, the entire world. I just want to say to all the person who didn't support us, we're still going to support. I'm sure that you like, share, and subscribe from now on because you're missing the good stuff.
You about to see us some BT.
Follow us.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. We're going to Dubai. We love you.
Bye, guys.